Good day, lords and ladies, and welcome back to Pillars of Eternity with me, Cornish-Knight, as we press on with the storyline. Let's see, what do we want to do? I'm probably going to side with the Crucible Knights, to be honest. Side with Crucible Knights, do some faction work for them quickly. Then once that's done, we'll sell. I don't think we have any outstanding work besides the bounty board stuff. So let's go and do some bounty board work for them. Up here.
Just say the word.
Let's talk to him. Maybe with assistance, is there more you need me to do?
Dunstan will complete the first squad of Forge Knights in no time. Now the High Justice will want to have his Forge Masters at Fleetbreaker Castle create more.
However, it's been brought to my attention that you're a close ally of the dozen, he scowls. So you understand that further association puts us in a precarious position. What else can I do for you? Well...
Yeah?
This sucks. So let me guess, they're not going to give me any more work because I'm an ally of the Order. Or the Dozen or whatever, which is a load of baloney. Complete and utter baloney, if you ask me. This is the thing I always... Ooh, weapon sealed. This is beautiful but heavy and slow. This is the thing I dislike about the game, is that I haven't sided with them at all. Like, I haven't sided with these guys, I haven't sided with the Dozen, I just did work for them. So I don't know why these guys are complaining. I mean, this is something I do find a bit annoying, is that I haven't sided with either of the factions at all, and yet it's like, oh yeah, we won't do business with you, like, you're a staunch ally of them. It's like, how am I a staunch ally of anybody? Come on, dude. We have a professional army of Defiance Bay, or the deal with, for that matter, defenders in the city of Hadra today. We've improved the training since then, blah blah blah. What do the Dozens have against you? He snorts. They're dangerous and troublemakers. They forget that Defiance Bay is one of the largest cities in the world and not some frontier outpost. Most of them are mercenaries on a good day and treat folks at the rest of the time. Needless to say, we have no patience for law and order. Tell me about these enterprising families. House Dominel, namely, they're one of the city's oldest and noble families and the largest crime organisation. Their patriarch, Gadmar, has been trying to take advantage of the turmoil to expand his operations. We kept on top of him and he hasn't been happy about it. So let me guess. We can't help either faction. Moderately good, yeah.
Just say the word.
Fine. So let me guess, I can't help either of them because I did work. This is the thing that I find annoying. I didn't side with either of them, and it's not like I actually helped the dozen per se. I literally sabotaged a lot of their work. But of course, that doesn't matter. It's not like I told them any of their how to do anything. And it's like, oh yeah, like you're known to buy the dozen. So let me guess, it would have been really nice if you could have still done the contract.
Just say the word.
I know, I just find it a bit frustrating that I went to all that trouble. And it's now like, oh yeah, you can't continue either of these faction story quests because you did like one job for the other faction. Kionard the Wise, Elmsaw, Black Meadow, Valwood. So where do we want to go? I want to try and get these done. So there's one in the Black Meadow, there's one at Eastwood, Mars Fork. Well, let's go to the Fork and get that activate the Black Meadows there sooner. Let's go to the Black Meadow and deal with the lurker that's there. I don't know, I'm just a bit frustrated. I just gave materials to the people. I didn't even tell them how. So it's like, oh no, like, you can't do anything. Like, you can't do anything about it. Sorry, like, you're banned from advancing down the story chain forever. You can't persuade him. Like, you can't I just, like, do dialogue to persuade him? Look, yeah, I did a job for them, but it's not like you think. What do I want? I mean, I got a lot of money. Traps, not really interested in Curio Shop, perhaps. Right, so supposed to be monsters about. Let's see. Yeah, there we go, that's the one. Massive forest lurker known as the Dweller has been deemed a threat to merchants. Black Meadow, a bounty has been offered on its head.
Just say the word.
Now, if I was a monster of pure and utter evil, where would I be? Greater Earth Blights. Oh lord. That's not good. Get rid of the lurker. Yeah, okay, I wasn't expecting it to happen. Man, these guys are annoying. Someone shoot that elemental for Peter's sake before it kills us all. Weakened. That's not good. Right. I'm putting you down.
How may I help?
God, this thing is kicking me all over the place. Actually, wait, no, let's put some...
Evil.
Right, get that up. Getting sick of you. Right, that's dead. That's dead. Right. Knock it down. Right, we killed the giant lurker. Whew, that was a nasty fight.
Yeah.
Killed the dwarf. Yeah, we killed that one. Man, that
I'm
was a
on it.
nasty fight. I wasn't expecting it to be that bad.
Just say the word.
I mean, what can I do with half this stuff? I mean, like, let's see. Can't enhance that anymore. Right. Oh, right. Okay. I was going to see if I could have enhanced any of his stuff. That's done. Oh, we could do secondary quality on something. Can't do slaying. Corrosive damage would probably be good against humans. Or at least a lot of stuff. Let's enchant his pistol a bit. Burning damage. Yeah, let's go burning damage. We've got enough of the resources for it. Yep, that looks good.
Just say the word.
Some of my people are looking a bit hurt. Let's get to there. Takes care of some of these bounty jobs.
Following your lead.
Get his health back up. There we go, a bit better.
Just say the word.
Aye?
He's out of those spells, so let's just move on to the meadow. Yeah, so I'm just a bit peeved by that. I don't like how, like... Right.
Just say the word.
Now, if I was a bandit, where would I be? In the hut, perhaps? I guess he's going to be in here, which means it's going to be a horrible fight.
Just say the word.
Yep. Geico seems more improved for his time out of the dungeons, though a few faded bruises will linger. Good to see you again. I don't know if I could really thank you enough for your help. Getting here was a little more exciting than I'd hoped with all the wolves, but Kolzik and her others have helped me. Oh, I'll be back in a thick of it soon enough. He smiled slightly, and maybe I can return the favour, right? What is this place? Used to be someone's home, I suppose. Now it's where we meet sometimes. Kolzik says it was abandoned when we found it. It's not all that secret, is it? But I suppose it's far enough away from the hold. Okay.
Just say the word.
Okay, I thought it was going to be the bandits were hiding out here, but obviously they're not. It's a pretty sucky place for a secret base, dude. Like on a cross. But hey ho,
I'm on it.
I'm not one to judge. Right, so mercenaries. Gramfell, the Wayfarer, motley gathering stands at the crossroads. At first glance, the person at the head of the group seems more monster than man. Two large curly horns emerge from the side of his skull, forming a hardened carapace pocketed like coral. Down the centre is a strange cell split, revealing ashen grey skin of man's face, obscured above the nose. The horns might seem a mere helmet, save at several places you cannot tell where the flesh ends and the bone begins. From the neck down, however, the sole appearance of a human man, clad in fine armour and small dark sailor's feathers. The man smiles, revealing long white teeth from which the gums have retracted. Despite the masked eyes, he smiles unerringly in your direction. Hail, traveller, and well met. Godlike. The gods walk freely amongst us, dragging their fingers in the crabs, which the lords and ladies brush your brow, my dear. I wonder if you'll curse or praise them. He laughs. Are you enjoying fresh air? He gestures to the men and women behind him, are doing so much more. Are doing much the same. What are you doing here, you inquire? To see what Widewind has wrought, he snorts, or find a name for our true architect. Thousands of souls flung out into the world, but only in the dear wood, in Adria, mothers and fathers to coo undeterred over their sprats, and just across the sea they weep. It's worthy of song. You, so your fellow scholar, have you learned a great deal? Perhaps you may trade tales and... Gramfell laughs. I think not. I have spent some time amongst law chanters. Keep your songs, Omor. Your palms are too barath alone, and they speak of death. You are too much life in you by far. I walked a time with Rorotai in the time of the lovers' tides, and saw the chaos they brought. But this is true cataclysm. A time of destruction I would observe firsthand. Those storms plague pale in comparison. Hold. I think we've talked done. Kill them. Oh, dagnabbit. I wanted to basically pause for a second because I've realised he's wearing the wrong armour. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. He's in the wrong armour. And of course he is. Well, let's start off then, shall we? Right. Get her up. Smack that person down. He's almost out. That's not good. Right. Shoot him there, hit him with that. We've still got another fireball to pop out on these guys. Right. Enchanter. Well, if you want to play it like that. Getting sick of these guys. Would have been useful if I'd remembered I'd got the blinking wrong armor on. Right, that's not working. Mark him. He's marked. Right. Target him. But he's dead. Kill that person. I wish I could stayed and listened to his talking, but unfortunately, I was worried that my armor it's not the right armor, so it's not as good as my other armor. Ah. As you prepare to strike a final blow, Grand Flaff raises his hand. Wait. You have won the day, Mercy Traveller, I beg you. Fine, you'll spend some time in the dungeons of Cad Noir. Grimfell grimaces, as you wish, then. Right. Take all that stuff.
Just say the word.
I'd forgotten that she hadn't had her armor on. I mean, it's got higher damage resistance and more might, but...
Just say the word.
Alright, so we took care of that stuff. I'm going to go back to the castle because I want to see what's going on there. Plus we had some stuff built recently. Right, so we can't do the... I suppose what I'm going to do then is I'm going to go back to the castle, have a look about battle for the stronghold.
Looks a little healthier than before.
Really, dude? Took you all that time to notice? Your powers of observation are astounding. Right, jump in here quickly and see what we can do.
Hail, traveler!
I took down the dweller. To relieve of the merchant I'm sure. Here's your coin. Superstitious folk near Road End have been acting on the rumour that hair of dead virgins. Right. Though her of us was unable to find the source of the rumours plaguing Road End and the surrounding earldom of Hellsgate, the local authorities assisted in breaking up mobs, punishing would-be murderers, and preventing more young women from being buried alive. A particularly large and violent mob at Kell Hill Cemetery required Hiverass to rally the local soldiers and put down the primary troublemakers. On the bodies of the biggest belligerent found an odd magical rope that he intended to use on a local young woman. A wizard advised to the Earl of Hellsgate suspected that the rope had been created with some person responsible for spreading the rumours and inciting the attacks. Binding rope. Binding. This cruel instrument was created by a resident Hellsgate who was pursuing a rumour that promised to cure the Hollowbone Chill crisis. He intended to use the rope to bind a virgin girl and bury her alive, later pulling the corpse from the ground to harvest some of her hair for the cure. Despite its nefarious purposes, the binding rope still possesses useful powers. What does binding do? Stuck, okay. So it's not bad, but still. Excellent. I'm Notorious outlaw Slade Hedgehog is wanted dead for his crimes. He and associates were spotted at Mingers Ford.
Yeah?
I have a suspicion that the bloke in my dungeon is that man. It's the only one that makes sense. I'd have basically gone for the dialogue options.
Better indeed.
Because I was hoping that I could get out of the dialogue, put my better armour back on and go into the dialogue again. But apparently I could not. Which is annoying. Warden of the Wilds, various bits and pieces. Right, let's get into the keep. I just want to go down to the basement and see this bloke. And see if we just execute him or not. Steward. Right. I'm pretty sure he's like the person we're supposed to execute. If you cut down all your captives, you'll find yourself rather alone down here.
Yeah?
Welcome.
Greeting, my lady. Come to visit dungeon. So them who the master is here, I want them all flogged regularly, as you wish, my lady.
Just say the word.
I'm pretty sure he's like the person we're supposed to execute. At least, anyway. I suppose I'm going to rest quickly. Hiring payday, right. Ramful and a group of death-fixated brigands attacked me as I travelled through Magnus Ford. He proved unprepared to meet his own death and begged for imprisonment instead. Supplicants, send an escort. Send her. And that's where we're going to end it for today, lords and ladies. If you have liked, please press the like button. If you wish to subscribe, please press the subscription button. You can follow me on Twitter, you can follow me on Steam, you can leave a comment in the comment section, and I say get back in contact with you as we press on with probably the big battle for the castle coming up. But that's all for next time, so goodbye, everybody.